Hey guys, Dino DVD with the big super bright light again on my Samsung Galaxy 2S. Had to think about what it was. Anyway, back with the top 5, this time of the 1980s, anywhere from 1980 to 1989. I've done the 2000s and the 1990s. I'm going all the way back to the 30s. So this one, the first time I've got a tie for 5th place, so it's kind of a cop-out, but I'm going to do it nonetheless. I'm going to try not to have too many ties, but I really couldn't decide between two movies that couldn't be more different. The first one is Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. If you've never seen it, it's a classic movie. This happens to be the 20th anniversary version, but stars Spike Lee, of course. It's a great movie. Danny Aiello's in this too, and some other characters who are characters but not necessarily famous. But Do the Right Thing comes in tied with number 5, and with a movie that it couldn't be more different, which is The Princess Bride. Love this movie. What's not to like, huh? It's a beautiful movie by Rob Reiner. It's the thing I like about The Princess Bride. It is so rewatchable. The lines in it are so memorable. It's just it's epic. It's it's got a Billy Crystal and let's see who else is in this. This thing's got reads like a who's who in some ways. It's got Peter Falk is the narrator. You've got Mandy Patinkin, I should say. You've got Christopher Guest. You've got Carol Kane, Billy Crystal. Just a long list, and I don't know if this thing will focus or not, but if it does, you'll be able to read who's who in this thing. Anyway, Princess Bride. It's not about who's in it; it's about what it's about, and it's a great story. I'm not going to tell much about it, except for to say that it's a must. There's a kidnapping, there's love, there's fighting, there's it's like Peter Falk says in the beginning. There's a lot of good stuff to like about The Princess Bride. So that comes in at number 5, along with Do the Right Thing. So we get a tie. So those two in at number 5. Number 4, I go to a Criterion Collection disc of a beautiful movie. One of my favorite cinematographies efforts here. This is Bernardo Bertolucci's The Last Emperor. It tells the story of the last emperor of China. Puyi, I believe, is the way to pronounce his name, who took the throne at the age of 3 years of age and gets overthrown. But it recreates the Qing dynasty. It's just got it shows the Forbidden City. Really cool stuff, and I really like the movie. A lot of people like the second half better. I like the first half better, but you know what? You can't go wrong with either half. The Last Emperor by Bernardo Bertolucci. Great movie. Great cinematography. There's not much to see on the back except for a crap load of extras on this Criterion. But beautiful movie. The Last Emperor. Next up, another Criterion collection. This one by Akira Kurosawa. This is what is many refer to as his late years masterpiece. It's called Ran. It looks like Ran, but it's pronounced Ran. This one is basically the story of King Lear, that's Shakespeare's King Lear, put into kind of a feudal Japan. So it's the father, it's the daughter, it's the son. It's fighting for control. It's war. It's families falling apart. It's an epic, beautiful movie by Akira Kurosawa called Ran. Not a lot to look on the back, but a lot of extras. 2 discs on this one. This is a DVD, by the way. It's the only one that's a DVD out of the ones that are in my top 5, but because it's not on Blu-ray. But that's okay. It's beautiful as it is. It's Ran. At number 3. Number 2. Ooh, tough choice. I'm going to go with this one for number 2. I had it at number 1, but last minute decision to put it at number 2. Robert De Niro and Robert Scorsese's Raging Bull. The story of Jake LaMotta. Great fight scenes in this. He fought Sugar Ray Robinson numerous times. Pound for pound, they say Sugar Ray was the greatest fighter ever. Debatable, of course, but all that stuff is debatable. And Jake LaMotta fought him numerous times, and Jake LaMotta never got knocked out. In fact, I don't think he ever got knocked down either. Tough guy, and De Niro. The amazing thing about the movie really isn't the fight scenes, though. It's the out of the ring scenes with with De Niro in it. I mean, he is just the toughest son of a bitch you want to run across. Everything from telling Joe Pesci, who, you know, since when is Joe Pesci not a tough character? Not in this one. You know, Joe Pesci's kind of a, you know, he's tough, but he's not like Jake LaMotta, telling the Pesci character to punch him in the face, punch him in the face, punch him in the face. Come on, punch me again, punch me again. It's really a scary scene, as are numerous ones with him and his wife. But a lot of people say this is the best film of the decade. You know what? It could be number one. It could be number two. I put it 2. It could easily be 1 here. So maybe it's almost a tie with 1 and 2 here. Do another cop out, but certainly it's one of the best movies of the decade, no doubt about it. Raging Bull, one of my favorite movies of all time. And last, I'm going to put this one, you know, 1 or 2, take your pick. Amadeus, the director's cut here. For years, this thing was out on DVD or VHS, and it was just a crappy looking copy. It just didn't transfer right. The Blu-ray's got it right. It's far better than the disc, than the DVD, I mean. Lots of extras, beautiful booklet here with this one. It's a beautiful movie. I really like this movie a lot. You know, this one or Raging Bull, take your pick. But anyway, so in the number 1 and 2 spots we've got, take your pick, 1 or 2, 2 or 1. Standing alone, though, at number 3 is Ran by Akira Kurosawa. Number 4, The Last Emperor, Bernardo Bertolucci. Princess Bride, Rob Reiner's at number 5, tied with Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. So, you know, these are all good movies. You really can't go too far wrong with these movies. They, you know, they certainly are well representing the 80s. You know, what else is in the 80s? How about E.T.? I left that one out. What about Raiders of the Lost Ark? How could I leave that out? Or The Empire Strikes Back? A lot of classics. I'd like to hear what your favorite 5 movies are, or maybe 6 if you cheat. There's a lot of them. You know, let me know what you like the best out of the 80s. These are mine, but they could change tomorrow. But for right now, today, these are my 5 or 6 top movies from the 80s. Yeah, let me know what you think about this list. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What would you put in? Did I leave anything obvious out? You know, somebody might make a good case for House of Games. Roger Ebert has that on his top 5. Or top 10 anyway. You know, should that have been in there? I don't know, maybe. E.T., yeah, maybe. Raiders of the Lost Ark? That's one of my favorite movies. That might be 6 for me. That's right up there. This one might be up there too, pretty good. This is a great movie, by the way. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. That's my top 5 or 6. Let me hear what you guys have to say about it. And until we get to the 70s, where I buy a bunch of stuff, Dina DVD saying, take care, hope everyone's doing well. Bye.